Today I'm going to show you guys how I make my cinnamon rolls. This is not sponsored. I just really like this product and I use it all the time. So to get started, you need some sort of container that you can put your dough in while it is rising. I use this big bowl from Pyrex. It comes in really handy for a lot of different things. Next, you're going to need your ingredients. So I have my milk here. 2 cups of milk. You're also going to need 4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos where I make bread, I always use this brand. It works really well for me. Next, we're going to need 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. I'm just using the brown sugar. And then for the salt, we're going to need 4 teaspoons of salt. For the butter, we're going to need 6 tablespoons of butter. So half a stick plus 2 tablespoons. And then for the flour, 2 cups of flour. But I will be adding more as we go, because it just depends on the consistency of the dough. So just have that on deck. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is heat up our milk to 105 degrees Fahrenheit. You don't want it to be too hot, or else it'll kill the yeast. So 105 is the perfect temperature. I use this thermometer to check the temperature of the milk. You can just use your finger and feel it if it's too hot, but I like to use the thermometer just to get the exact temperature. Next we add our yeast and our sugar, and let this sit for about 5 minutes. So while this is sitting, I'm going to go ahead and start measuring out my flour and my salt. Here, we just want to make sure everything is combined and looks good. So I'm just going to mix this around with a wooden spoon. Then go ahead and add in your butter. Mix this around until the butter is fully combined and the edges look kind of moist. It should look something like this. If it's a little bit too sticky, add a little bit more flour, 1 tablespoon at a time. If it's a little bit too dry, add a little bit more milk, 1 tablespoon at a time. You just wanted to get the consistency right so that it is not sticking to the sides or the bottom. Once you have even pieces, roll them out, and roll them into these long logs. Just make sure they're even pieces. And then once you have even pieces, you're going to take your rolling pin and you're just going to roll them out. You want them to be about this thickness. Once you have even pieces, you can go ahead and roll them out. Next, you're going to take your cinnamon and your sugar mixture, and you're just going to roll it out on top of the dough. You want to leave a little bit of space from the edge because you're going to fold it over. So once you have even pieces, go ahead and roll those out, and then you're going to roll it back up. You want them to be nice and tight. And then after that, you're going to tuck it in so that it doesn't unravel in the cooking process. After you have even pieces, go ahead and roll them out. And then you're going to take your cinnamon and your sugar mixture, and you're just going to roll it out on top of the dough. You want to leave a little bit of space from the edge because you're going to fold it over. So after you have even pieces, go ahead and roll those out. And then next, you're going to roll it up. You want it to be nice and tight. And then you're going to tuck it in so that it doesn't unravel in the cooking process. And then you're just going to set it in your pan. You want them to be pretty close together, but not touching. And then you're going to let them rise for about an hour or until they double in size. Once your timer is finished, you can go ahead and put them in the oven. You want to bake them for about 12 to 15 minutes or until golden brown. That is how I make my cinnamon rolls. This is not sponsored. I just really like this product and I use it all the time.